I have decided that for the rest of the day, we are going to talk like this.
Like this?
No, please, to repeat after me. Pepper.
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 Pepper. Pepper. Pepper. Waiter, there is too much pepper on my paprikash.
Waiter,
there is too much pepper on my paprikash.
On my paprikash.
But I would be proud to partake of your pecan pie.
Oh, no.
But I would be proud.
But I would be proud.
To partake.
To partake.
Of your pecan pie.
Of your pecan pie.
Pecan pie.
Pecan pie.
Pecan pie.
Pecan pie.
This has to be one of my favourite films, and something that I watch every year. There's just something about it that makes it so incredible. The romantic comedy isn't a relatively new genre of filmmaking. It's been around for a very long time, and the setup is always the same. Boy meets girl.
Sure take a lot of notes.
They can't stand each other.
Knew I should have taken the bus.
What, and wind up sitting next to some sleazebag? Some sleazebag you don't know?
And they are forced to spend time together. In doing so, they end up falling in love. But with Harry Met Sally, this happens. Boy meets girl.
Oh, hi, Sally. Sally, this is Harry Burns. Harry, this is Sally Albright.
Nice to meet you.
They can't stand each other.
Yes, basically I'm a happy person.
So am I.
And I don't see that there's anything wrong with that.
Of course not. You're too busy being happy.
And they part ways. Only to meet up 5 years later. They still can't stand each other.
Harry, goodbye.
And then they part ways again. Another 5 years pass, and they meet again, and then become friends. Rather than putting them in a situation where they can't get out of it, the film lets them go their separate ways.
What makes it an interesting romantic comedy, in my opinion, is that in most romantic comedies there are impediments. Things that keep the lovers from getting together, whether it's in-laws or religion, or one of the characters is with somebody else and there's an affair and the timing is off, or whatever, or there's a mistaken identity, some kind of MacGuffin that keeps them apart. In this, the only things that keep Harry and Sally apart are Harry and Sally and their own internal Sturmdrang and all of the emotional difficulties they have with themselves is what keeps them apart. And they ultimately have to work through their own issues to find each other. And that's all that's there. So in the meantime, all we do is explore men and women, how they are with each other, and what craziness they have with each other that keep them apart.
It really comes down to the writing and the way that Rob Reiner directs his actors. He lets them improvise and improve the scene, instead of doing what's just on the page. Harry is based on Rob, and Sally is based on Nora. Harry and Sally's differences, like Rob and Nora during the writing process, complement each other. And that's what makes their friendship so powerful.
I'm difficult.
You're challenging,
I'm too structured. I'm completely closed off.
but in a good way.
This shows the audience that the question that is uttered at the top of the movie is being answered. But then things go awry, everything blows up, and the question comes back into play. Can men and women be friends? We see this with Jess and Marie, and that they can date and be friends.
Tell me I'll never have to be out there again.
You will never have to be out there again.
But can Harry and Sally?
You realize, of course, that we could never be friends.
Why not?
What I'm saying is, and this is not a come on in any way, shape, or form, is that men and women can't be friends because the sex part always gets in the way. Because no man can be friends with a woman that he finds attractive. He always wants to have sex with her.
What if they don't want to have sex with you?
Doesn't matter, because the sex thing is already out there, so the friendship is ultimately doomed, and that is the end of the story.
Well, I guess we're not going to be friends then.
Guess not.
And the answer is yes, but it had to be at a time in their lives where that dynamic made sense.
Have you been sleeping?
Why?
Because I haven't been sleeping. I really miss Helen.
Do you still sleep on the same side of the bed?
I did for a while, but now I'm pretty much using the whole bed.
God, that's great. I feel weird when just my leg wanders over. I miss her.
I don't miss him. I really don't.
Not even a little?
You know what I miss? I miss the idea of him.
Maybe I only miss the idea of Ellen. No, I miss the whole Ellen.
Harry is recently divorced and Sally is separated from her boyfriend, and they both share their thoughts and perspectives on those relationships, getting back out there and meeting someone new.
Harry, you're gonna have to try and find a way of not expressing every feeling that you have every moment that you have them.
Oh, really?
Yes. There are times and places for things.
Well, the next time you're giving a lecture series on social graces, would you let me know? Because I'll sign up.
Hey, you don't have to take your anger out on me.
Oh, I think I'm entitled to throw a little anger your way. Especially when I'm being told how to live my life by Miss Hospital Corners.
What's that supposed to mean?
I mean, nothing bothers you. You never get upset about anything.
Don't be ridiculous.
And this is what sets it apart from other rom-coms out there. The two leads build each other up and support them in their failures. That they can fight and still be able to forgive each other.
Are you finished now?
Yes.
Can I say something?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Now, I don't need to explain how the movie ends, because either you've seen it or you can probably guess. But what's more important than how it ends is how we got there, and how the interviews with the couples was helping to move the story forward. Every word spoken was leading up to this point, and it all started when Harry met Sally.
You say either, I say either. You say neither, and I say neither. Either, either, and either, neither. Let's call the whole thing off. Yes, you like potato, and I like potato. You like tomato, and I like tomato. Potato, potato, tomato, tomato. Let's call the whole thing off.